Welcome to Sandy Kastel and Friends. Produced by Michael Leonetti, Sandy Kastel has been entertaining audiences for years on stage, screen, radio, and television. And for the next 60 minutes, she'll be talking with local and international performers, artists, authors, celebrities, and more. With special features like women in music and arts, shopping at Smith's, cooking with Chef Michael, and staying fit and fabulous forever. Now, let's bring on the host. Here is Sandy Kastel.
Good morning, Las Vegas. This is Sandy Kastel with Sandy Kastel and Friends. And I want to welcome everybody here today. Oh my gosh, we've got Michael Leonetti, and he's in a tuxedo. Hello, Michael Leonetti.
Good morning, Miss Kastel. Did you know I had a meatball sandwich this morning?
Oh my gosh.
That was my breakfast, John.
As you might have wondered who this gentleman is, he is Chef Michael, and he is going to be sharing some authentic Italian cooking with us on this radio show.
Right, and we want everybody to call in because I have some fantastic shows that we're going to give away.
That's right. That number is 731-1230.
731-1230. We got Mark Savar. We got the Divas Frank Marino. We got Recycled at the Quad. We got Superstars. So then these tickets are, they run about $65 a head. But that's our gift to them for the people that call in for the recipes that my grandmother used to cook.
Yes, and then also later in the show, we're going to have the director of The Girls in the Band, which is a film that's going to be playing at the theater downtown, and she's going to have some tickets for us also. That's at the Inspire Theater.
Wow, that's exciting. I'm hearing
Yes,
myself talk this morning. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. How could a guy eat a meatball sandwich this time in the morning? But I did. I was starving. I had to eat something.
And then we've got Johnny Stewart. Hi, Johnny.
Hello, how are you, Sandy?
Good.
Hello, Mike.
Hi, John.
How are you?
Good to see you.
You too.
And I see you wore your suit also.
Absolutely.
That's
I
right.
heard Michael was going to dress up, so Mike dressed up, so I figured I at least had to wear a coat. I didn't wear any pants, but we're sitting below this desk, so I'm okay.
That's okay. Nobody can see it. And then, Johnny, you brought a guest with you, and he's got a very familiar face and a very familiar name. His name is Elvis Aaron Presley Jr. Hello.
Right. Hello, Sandy. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too. And I see you are wearing your black tie suit, which is a shiny jacket there.
I'm just wearing a tour jacket today. That's about it. It was windy outside, so I decided to put on something.
Well, welcome to Sandy Kastel and Friends. It's good to have you here.
Great.
So, Chef Michael, I know you've been, we did a show for Shopping at Smith's, and that can be found on our website at sandykastel.com and also at michaelleonetti.com.
Right. I was so excited to do this, for us to do the TV show.
That was wonderful.
Which was really great, and because we are avid shoppers at Smith, and as you watch it, I did 4 or 5 different dishes, and I used salt, pepper, parsley, garlic. Every nationality, every race, creed, and color has those spices in their cupboard. So when you log on to it, you'll see the dishes that I made. Because a lot of people like Italian food, Me being Italian, I love Italian food.
Yeah, well, I'm not Italian, but I love Italian food.
Yes. John, you like Italian food, don't you?
I'm not Italian, but I like Italians.
Do you really?
I love Italian food. Italian food and Mexican food, that's my favorite.
That's marvelous. How about Mr. Presley? How about you, sir?
Just call me Junior. I love Italian food.
You like it? What's your favorite? Be honest. What's your?
Oh my goodness.
Lasagna's me.
Lasagna?
You know what? I love lasagna because I ate at Rebroadcast's house many years ago, and I had lasagna at his house, and that was one of his favorites. Almost any Italian dish.
Now, do you cook?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
What's your signature dish? Like, I'll give you, for instance, let's say the Pope came to your house.
Well, if the Pope came to my house, I don't know. I'd probably grill something.
You grill it?
Instead of cooking. I've learned all nationalities of cooking foods and traveled so many different places. I love it all. I really do.
Well, what about meatballs? I mean, that's kind of a staple of Italian cooking, isn't it, Michael?
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
and
I know that depending on the style, whether the heritage of the Italians, the meatballs can be different in every single household.
Well, it's ground meat. Like the Germans have a different style that they put in there. They have the Swedish meatball. Did you know, I was thinking about something. The Pope. I mentioned the Pope. Do you know the original Pope, his name was Francisco Scola. That was his name, Cardinal Francisco Scola, John, when I was in Italy. And I was very disappointed because they never made him the Pope, John. Never.
If the Pope came to my house, I'd just give him bread and water. A sacrament.
But you know why they never made him the Pope, John?
Why?
Because they didn't call him Pope-sicola. No, I'm just...
Okay, now what does this have to do with the meatballs?
Well,
Come on.
no.
I thought you weren't Italian.
Yeah, I'm not, but I've been hanging around him a long time.
How do you make your meat? I mean, your dish. So I was saying your signature dish. And the reason why we do this for the people in Radio Land is to show a different side of so many people that come in. Because all guys cook. It must be something. But you said you grill, right? That's what you said.
Oh, I grill a lot. I mean, that's one of my trademarks, I guess, of eating steaks and burgers and stuff like that. But I'll grill anything from chicken to sausage and so forth. And cooking dishes too. I love dishes, man. It's Italian food, pasta fagioli, pasta fagioli, chicken parmesan,
Pasta fazzili.
Yeah.
Pasta fusilli.
I mean, it goes on and on. Yeah.
John, how about you,
bene,
buddy?
come vai? Tutto bene?
Tutto bene. Quando la stasera, tutta cosa.
Bene.
I know, grazie, molto bene.
Not too bad for not being Italian, Sandy. You did pretty good. Johnny, what do you cook? You must do
Well,
something.
it's an Italian thing. What I do is it's a grilled cheese sandwich, but I make sure that I put on it. I put some spaghetti on it to make it Italian.
Someone
I'll get
is
that.
ringing.
Yeah, someone's ringing the phone here. Don't start your car when you get out, Mr. Presley. I'm telling you right now. We got...
Anyway, so that's what grilled cheese with I put spaghetti on it just so I can call it Italian.
That's okay. That's all right. Well, we got, like I said, we want you to call in for any recipes that you want to know about, because this particular segment, before we get into the whole show, and Sandy Kastel is going to have so much fun. We got so many people for her to interview. Sandy,
Well, thank you, Michael.
Some questions you want to ask me or what?
Yeah, I want to ask you about some of those recipes that you prepared on cooking. When we were shopping at Smith's, and you
Shoot.
came back and
Go
you
right
made
ahead.
some of those recipes. And I know that everyone out there that enjoyed those meals that day would like to have the recipes for those.
Well, like I said, just go to michaelleonetti.com or sandycastel.com and you can see what we did. We can start off with the pasta aglio olio. Now, that's the most simplest dish you could ever possibly make. You fry your oil and garlic. Very, very simple. Listen carefully. Hey, don't touch that dial, lady. Don't you dare touch that dial. We got the pasta aglio. You fry your oil and garlic, and then what you do is once the garlic is browned, then you add your butter, because what the butter does, Sandy, it gives it a balance. Now, you don't want it too greasy, because some people, most of the Sicilians, they just use the oil, the Bertolli olive oil, whatever oil that they use. But the Napolitans, because I'm from Naples, Napolitans a little bit different cooking, because the different nationalities in the Italian culture, you got Napolitan, Calabrese, Bruzzese, Marchigiano, and so everybody cooks a little bit different. So I use the butter and the oil, I make that mix, and then I add, believe it or not, chicken stock. Now, John, the reason why I add the chicken stock is to give it the juice. It ain't greasy, okay? And then what you do, once that's done, you're looking at 5 minutes, that's all it takes. And then you add your pasta. Me, I'm a linguine freak, I love it. So what we'll do is I'll make the macaroni, we call it macaroni, and then I'll pour it over and we sit down and we'll have a little glass of wine and we eat a dish of
So
pasta.
when's dinner? When's dinner?
When's dinner?
You're making me hungry already.
Anytime.
It's just
Chef Michael, we have a caller.
We have a caller.
Yes, we
Who's
do.
calling in?
We've got,
We have calling in.
is that Penny?
Hello.
Hey, Penny.
Hi,
Here's
Penny.
Sandy. How are you?
Michael and Sandy, I want to thank you for offering me to have me call in, and I just found out about your show, of course, from you not too long ago, and congratulations.
Thank
Thank you.
We're very excited. I'm excited. Sandy's excited. John Stewart's excited. Erin Presley's
I'm
excited.
I'm too excited.
And we got our, who we got here? We got our sound man here. They said he was Italian. He don't look Italian to me, this kid, but anyway.
That must be John.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's not John.
So Penny,
No.
you were there when we were when Michael was preparing the meal, and you had the benefit of enjoying some of the food.
I was there, and I did enjoy it, and I know it's on YouTube promo because I did see that recently, and what a wonderful luncheon, Michael. Those meatballs are still on my mind, and the garlic pasta, that as well. And I have an upcoming family reunion, and I was wondering if I might be able to find out more about the recipes, which I think you're going to be doing, and also perhaps about your cookbook.
Yes, Penny, I would love to do that. I'd love to do that. You know, I want to thank you for calling. We love you, Penn. You're the greatest. You
thanks
are the
so much.
best, and and it's always nice to have friends. And believe it or not, I'm so excited. We got callers coming in, which is really exciting for me because I don't have too much time left here on my segment.
And you know what? Penny Wilson also is on a show. It's called Media Guild. What is it?
International, and it's Vegas Voice Actors Tuesday night at 8 p.m. on Vegas All Net Radio.
That's right. That's right. Thank you for calling in,
Thank
Penny.
you, Penny.
Thank
We
you
love
both.
you.
Okay, same here, and wishing you all the best.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Now, who's on the phone now? We've got Carl. Hi,
Hi.
Carl. How are you?
Hi, Sandy. Hi, Michael.
Is this Carl Grasso?
It sure is.
Oh my God! It's always nice to know people that have a lot of money. Carl, what are you doing, buddy?
I'm listening to your show and wanting your meatball recipe.
Well, Carl, I thank you for calling in. The meatballs, like I said, we can go to sandykastel.com or, just go to sandykastel.com. And the show is right there. Right next to me, I have John Stewart, and I have Elvis Presley's son. He looks just like his father. God bless this kid. He's got all his hair. What the hell happened to my hair? And when this segment is over, Sandy's going to talk with him. And we're so glad that you had a chance to call in. And I'm glad that you like the recipes that we make. And it's really simple. The meatballs is really simple to make. It's just ground meat, okay? Parmesan cheese. I use garlic, granulated garlic. I don't use fresh garlic because it bites too much. And I like to, I get bread, like 7-8 slices of bread. Believe it or not, and you soak it under the water, and then you throw it in, and then and with parsley, a little bit of salt, very little bit, and pepper, and you mix it up, and the meatballs come out great. Just go on there. Believe it or not, the guy's saying I got 2 minutes.
No,
I
no,
got
no.
3 minutes. How exciting. And I got up this morning. I was telling Sandy I had a meatball sandwich today. That was my dinner. My breakfast. I said, Sandy, what are you going to cook? She said, cook. Well, you forget about it. Are you crazy?
Well, I have a question for you, though. What is the deal with when I make a meatball sandwich and I use white bread and I cut it and I use mayonnaise, and the Italians just cringe when I do this.
John, she put mayonnaise on a meatball sandwich.
When she does that, it's called a hot dog.
Oh, my God, it was horrible.
But I'm an Irish girl. What do I
It's
know?
okay. I want to tell everybody, Sandy, to let everybody know out in Radio Land is that we have our film crew in here, so we're filming each day. We're here Monday through Friday from 9 o'clock in the morning to 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm so excited about this because there's radio shows and then there's radio shows. This we want to make a little bit different. We want a lot of excitement. We want people to call in. We don't want you to be bored. This ain't Howard Stern, but I got to tell you something. This is great, and I'm so happy that I'm sitting next to the great John Stewart. John's a legend in this town, and Sandy's going to talk with him, so forth and so on. But this segment's about cooking.
And I just want to remind everybody out there that we also are about women in music and arts.
Yes.
We're going to have interviews with performers, artists, authors, and celebrities from Las Vegas and internationally known artists. And we also are going to have the cooking with Chef Michael, and we're going to have segments on staying fit and fabulous forever, which we all want, especially as women and as gentlemen.
Wow.
You gentlemen.
Yes.
And we just want to remind everybody, we'll be right back after this message from our sponsors, and we've got a caller on the line, but if you'll just hold on, Don, we'll be right back.
Thanks,
with you.
Carl. We love you, buddy.
Okay, let me do it. Hey, tell your listeners about the Scott All recipe, too.
You got it, pal.
All right.
Welcome back to Sandy Kastel and Fred. The phone lines are open at 702-731-1230. Now, here again, your host, Sandy Kastel.
Hi, and welcome back to Sandy Kastel and Friends. My guests today are Chef Michael, John Stewart, producer, creator, and of the Legends in Concert show and a lot of other shows. Elvis Aaron Presley, who's the son, Junior. Who's
Just
the
call
son,
me Junior, that's
son of
fine.
Elvis. He says he's had
Yes,
a DNA
yes, ma'am.
test to
Absolutely.
prove it. Also, later on, we're going to have Adriana Shaw, the president of Herflix, and Judy Chaikin, an Emmy Award-winning director of Girls in the Band, which is a show that's going to be here tomorrow night at the Insight Theater downtown.
Oh, great.
Yes.
We have Dawn on the phone. Is she still on the phone? Hello?
Yeah.
Hi, Dawn. How are you?
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
Very
Welcome to Sandy Kastel and Friends. What did you want to know about?
Well, I'm interested in Michael's new cookbook from Philadelphia.
Aha. Are you from Philly yourself?
No, but I am seeing a man from Philly, and I am about to cook him a meal. And I don't want to go the basic Philly steak. I need something better than that.
I'll tell you what, Dawn. Go to sandykastel.com or MikeLeonetti.com, and our TV show that we just did for Smith's, Food King, it'll really touch your heart. I cooked 5 different dishes, and everything I used was salt, pepper, parsley, garlic. Very simple dishes. I made a pasta aglio olio. I made the meatballs, which your boyfriend, your future boyfriend, or whoever you may be, will go out of his mind over. And I want you to know, since you called, I got show tickets that I'm going to give you, so you can go see a show. I got Mark Savara, I got Frank Marino, I have country superstars, I have all of the Planet Hollywood and the Quad. So we'll make sure we give you information. We will mail you 2 tickets. If you need 2 extra, let me know, and go as our guest from the Sandy Kastel show, and whatever that you want. So the cookbook, I have so many different recipes that are in there. What is he in the mood for? Give me an idea what this guy likes.
Well, besides me, food.
Oh, right on. Is he from South Philadelphia? Is he from the Philadelphia area?
Yes, he is.
Well, he might. I don't know. I'm 62 years old. My family was the undertakers on Broad Street. That we buried Mario Lanza. I don't know if you remember Mario Lanza, but we were in the funeral business for years, and that's what kind of gave us our break. But I was born and raised in South Philadelphia, and it was great. And I got to tell you something. I said this on the TV show. And my neighborhood was all Italians. Everybody was Italian, but every house on Sunday, no matter where you went, Johnny, you could have walked in any house. Everybody made meatballs. They made lasagna. They made eggplant parmesan. Everybody made the same stuff. You're not going to believe this. Every sauce, every meatball tasted different. It was incredible, And I remember having a fight with my friend Frank Sabella because I said that my grandmother's meatballs were better than his mother's meatballs. But I got to tell you, his mother's meatballs was great. Listen, please give us a call. I got somebody else on the line.
But Don, don't forget to give us your address and your email address and phone number and all that information, so we can send you these tickets. So we'll give you a call and find out which tickets you want.
Right,
okay?
And Dawn, I want you to know I have my phone number.
That.
You can call me personally. Believe me when I'm telling you, I'll answer your call anytime after 4 o'clock. Give me a call because I have other businesses, and I'll be happy to talk with you, and give you the recipes that you need because it's customer service for me. So I want to thank you. God bless you. We got the show for you. Just let us know what show you want because we have another caller on the line. His name is Dick. I don't know who the guy is, but we're going to talk to the guy.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Thanks a lot, Don.
I can't wait for the show.
Sounds great. Thank you. Hello, Dick. Are you out there, buddy?
Yeah. I wanted to know how to make matzo balls.
Very simple. I tell you something. I was in Miami Beach, Florida, and I'm back.
How'd you get in there?
Oh, I got in. They do let Italians in once in a while.
Listen, I used to know a guy that smuggled Gentiles into Florida.
Really? Do you know the key to matzo balls? I tell you, you got to make it with club soda, seltzer. It makes it real light. It makes it real like the matzo ball.
Wait. I recognize this voice.
Who is it? Who's out there?
This is my father.
Hey, Pop, what are you doing? Mannaggia America, this guy.
Dick Kastel.
I like the dark matzo balls, though.
Oh, do you, Pop? On the line is my future father-in-law, Dick Kastel, and I love this guy. The greatest saxophone player, ladies and gentlemen, in the history. He's only 64 years old. How you like that, Dad? I got you good, huh?
And what he really loves, though, is your peppers.
Oh,
my gosh,
peppers.
The roasted peppers. So, Michael, you got to tell us about those roasted peppers.
What's Sandy, I'm looking at John and I'm looking at Elvis Presley Jr. These guys, you got to come over and taste the master's cooking here.
We're going to live at your house for the next month.
We got a 10,000 square foot home in Canyon Gate. We got plenty of room for you, John.
Right.
And I got the electric bill that I want to give you when you walk out.
Well, okay, we'll get that matzo ball soup going. I got to go out in the yard and pull some weeds.
Go ahead, Pop. I'll see you later. Hey, Dad, don't forget to leave me in the will. Thanks so much.
Bye, Dad. Love you.
Oh boy,
so now you've got the peppers you're going to talk about.
We got the peppers. Yeah, what you do, Johnny? You ever see the red peppers?
I have.
Okay, what you do, you get the red peppers and you cut them up, all right? And then what you do, you oil and garlic and you fry them. You put a lid on it, just a little bit of water, just to make them soft. And then what you do is you season when you're done. A lot of people season prior to that, and that's what sticks.
Oh.
You don't season when you're frying. You season when it's almost done. Then you put your salt, and your pepper and a little garlic. And again, a granulated garlic. I don't use garlic powder because garlic powder has a very bitter taste to it.
Right.
Okay, so
right.
me, I don't use that. And I give you my word, gentlemen, I'd love to have you for dinner to make you have the experience. But like I said, I'm from the old
versa.
school.
Absolutely,
You know,
yeah.
my grandmother, when I was...
Pretty soon he's
I
going to be
can't
rolling the
wait.
kitchen in here.
I'm gonna roll
Man,
the
we're going to
kitchen.
have a great time. Food and food and food.
Right. And I hope that everybody in Radio Land is enjoying themselves today because I got to feel everybody's hungry. And yes, sweetheart, what are you going to say?
No,
We'd
I
like
just-
to invite everybody listening on this radio over to Mike's house next Friday.
Right. And John Stewart's going to pick up the tab.
And we want to
He's going to
remind.
have the limos ready to pick everything.
Wait, I got to say something before I forget, Sam.
Okay, go ahead.
Our camera crew. We got to mention our camera crew. You know, he's the guy that did it all possible with Smith Food King. That's David Taylor, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi, David. How
Hi,
are you?
David.
That's
We
a
love you, Dave.
CAVT
And,
LLC.
And
Yes.
our second cameraman, he was telling me you were with, God rest his soul, Danny Gans. You was his guitar player. Oh,
Danny
piano
Gans.
player with
Oh,
Danny
right.
Gans, and you worked with who else?
Great.
Frankie Valli. You know, because... You know,
Bill. Yeah.
Yeah, because John, believe it or not...
I know him.
Really?
He's famous.
No kidding.
Absolutely.
Yes, yes.
All right, and I didn't know. I found out last night, Sam, that John Stewart was a vocalist.
I
never
know,
knew
I
John.
know.
I am.
You sang with, who'd you sing with?
I was I was the original lead singer of the Beach Boys, but I've been
Beach
singing
Boys.
ever since I was 5, and I've done over 500 musicals throughout the world as a lead dramatic tenor.
Oh my gosh.
Wow,
I mean,
that's
And,
great.
and he even took Gene Wilder's place to do a stunt, right? I remember that many years ago. You did,
Well-
you did.
I did, yeah.
Oh, I just want to remind everybody that you're listening to Sandy Kastel and Friends, and it's also something that is very close to my heart is WIMA, Women in Music and Arts. That's WIMA, Women in Music and Arts, empowering artists of all ages through education, mentoring, and scholarships. And John, and I know, Aaron, you do a lot with charitable organizations,
Absolutely,
and you
all
donate
the
your
time.
time. And
All the
we've got a
time.
lot of artists here in Las Vegas that also donate their times to help charities and nonprofit organizations raise funds for scholarships.
Yes.
You know, I'm looking at the clock over here. I got 4 more minutes before my segment. What time, when do we go to commercial again? When is it? 5 more minutes? Good, because then I'm leaving. Then Sandy Kastel. Ladies and gentlemen, in Radio Land, for those that are hungry, give us a call at 731-1230. Okay, and we're on KLAV AM. I am so excited, John, about this radio show. I don't know why, and I'm getting an appetite as we speak.
I want some fettuccine Alfredo.
Simplest-
That's what I want.
Simplest thing to make, and I got to tell you something. When I had my restaurant, the first thing I would say to a guy, "What's your signature dish?" And he would tell me, and then I would say to him, "Okay, go make it." I would taste it if I liked it. Then
Sure.
I would say to him, "Make me a fettuccine Alfredo." I would look at the balance, so they would make it, and I would leave it for at least 3-4 minutes. If it coagulated, okay, then he put too much ricotta in it, or he put too much flour, whatever that they do, because there's different ways of making it.
Yes,
But
there
when
is.
it's got that creamy, and after 3-4 minutes, that would tell me right off the bat how his cream sauces were. And that's where your lobster base comes in, and all these
Wow.
different things that we make. But remember, I just specialize in Italian cuisine.
Italiano.
And
That's
matzo ball
it.
soup,
And
of
matzo
course.
ball
Tutto
soup.
bella.
That's matzo ball soup. But we're very excited about it, because the first place I cooked, John, believe it or not, was the Tower of Pizza.
Well, I want to remind everybody, too, that
Awesome.
they can go to michaelleonetti.com and find the recipes on his website, correct?
Yes.
You're adding them slowly. I know, because you're just learning how to use a computer and do the
Yes,
online
I'm really
thing.
not
So,
that
and
computer
Facebook.
literate. I'm not that computer literate. I'm great in the ring. You know what I mean? That's why I should really enjoy myself.
And later we'll give you the address and the gate code to Canyon Gate for the dinner.
Oh, thanks, John.
Sulle
I-
mare lucida, l'astro d'argento.
Sing it there, Elvis. I didn't know your father was Italian.
I was going to sing while you were talking about
Oh, thank you. Ain't this
something in
fun?
the background.
Tell the truth, John. Ain't this fun? Most radio shows are boring. You want to shut them off. But this here is a little bit different because I'm excited. And Sandy Kastel, I got to tell you something. Thank you so much for allowing me to come on your radio show to talk about.
I think it's
Your
more like
stuff.
our radio show, Michael.
I know.
and
I
Chef
got stuck with
Michael.
the bill. Don't remind me.
Yeah. And it looks like we've got another caller.
Okay,
That's
this
Miguel.
is our last caller because I got 2 more minutes. Is it Manuel?
Miguel.
Oh, Miguel.
Miguel.
Hey, Miguel. ¿Qué se dicho, Wayo? How you doing out there?
How you doing? Buenos dias.
Buenos dias. Uh-oh, I'm in trouble now.
I'm a first-time caller. I talked to Sandy this weekend and had a good conversation. And maybe you got a frequent listener now.
Well, that's
Yes.
great. Are you from Hispanic descent?
I'm a Mexican descent. Been here in Las Vegas for over 30 years.
You know, I make a mean abondiga soup. You know, my abondiga soup is phenomenal.
Oh, that's
I do
great.
that. Oh, boy, my chili relleno. I make chili relleno Parmesan style. It's fantastic. Listen, since you called in, make sure you leave your name and your phone number because we got the show tickets. We got 5 different shows that we'll give you and your family as our guest, okay, for calling in. I got Mark Savara, I got Frank Marino, I have the country superstars, I have Recycle. I got a bunch of shows, and this is just the beginning of something absolutely wonderful. I want you to, we're here every day from 9 o'clock in the morning to 10 o'clock. Call us anytime you want.
Monday through Friday.
Monday through Friday. Our TV show is going to start in a few weeks. We're going to be on Channel 6 on Saturday and Sunday. This episode is being filmed every day where you can actually go on, is it YouTube, honey?
Yes.
Go on YouTube and you can look at it. And like I says, don't change your dial. Don't move. Because this next segment after the commercial, we got Johnny Stewart that's going to talk to you. And we got Sandy Kastel. And we got Elvis Presley Jr. This is the real deal. He looks just like his father. He's a good-looking kid. Son of a... Oh, I can't curse. He's got all his hair. He's got all his hair. God bless him. That's wonderful. So, Emmanuel, thank you so much for calling in. We'll send you that stuff. And my sound guy just said 1 minute.
And I'd like to thank you, Chef Michael, for joining us. And Chef Michael will be here for the beginning of every segment, Monday through Friday. Yes, and so please remember to call in at 731-1230 so you can find out more about the authentic Italian South Philadelphia cooking.
Yes, and I thank all the callers. And Carl, stop counting your money because I know you're still counting.
I think he went out to buy another car or something today. Oh, no, that was you.
That was me.
So thanks a lot, and we'll be back right after this message from our sponsors.
The first 20 callers to Sandy Kastel and Friends at 731-1230 receive 2 complimentary show tickets to either Mark Savard at Planet Hollywood, Vinny Favorito at the Flamingo, or Frankie Marino at the Quad. Call now 731-1230. The first 20 callers win at 731-1230. Call now, 731-1230. The first 20 callers win at 731-1230.
Las Vegas, stop. Don't touch that dial. Guess what? It's me again, Chef Michael. In the 40s, radio was king. You had Jack Benny, Amos and Andy. You had so many great, Little Abner. You had them all. They were terrific. And everybody listened to the radio. Well, guess what? We're coming back one more time with the greatest show you've ever heard in your life, the Sandy Kastel Show. Let me tell you what it has. Cooking, fashion. It has everything you could possibly imagine. You may think radio is passe, but guess what? You're wrong. This radio show is one of the best. It's going to be fantastic, and you gotta listen. Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Dial in because you're going for a treat. Take a seatbelt with you because you're going to need it. I just want you to pick up the phone and make a call, 731-1230 at KLAV. So we want you to call in because you're going to have a lot of fun. What we're going to do is going to have entertainment. We have celebrities. It's going to be absolutely fabulous. Take it from me. I will not steer you wrong. God bless you. We'll want to hear you soon. Bonda salud.
Make a difference with WIMA, Women in Music and Arts. WIMA is a non-profit organization dedicated to empowering artists of all ages through education and mentorship. And becoming a member is easy. Log on to WIMAinternational.com. That's WIMA, W-I-M-A, international.com. Or call 702-240-2930. 702-240-2930. The benefits of membership are many. There are empowering women workshops, monthly WIMA mixers at different locations, art shows, songwriter showcases, big band performances, poetry readings, and so much more. And membership starts at just $25. Log on now to WIMAinternational.com or call 702-240-2930. That's 702-240-2930. WIMA, Women in Music and Arts, Las Vegas's #1 women's organization for scholarships in the arts.
Finally, a radio show that's fun. This is Sandy Kastel and Friends. Here again, your host, Sandy Kastel.
Welcome back to Sandy Kastel and Friends. I'm here with John Stewart and Elvis Aaron Presley Jr. And also, we have a couple of callers in. I've got Adriana Shaw. Hi, Adriana.
Hi, Sandy.
How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
I'm good.
And
Congratulations on your show.
thank you so much. And Adriana and I were talking last week, and she was telling me she is the president of herflix.com, and she's an advocate of promoting women's rights in the industry. And also she is promoting this movie called Girls in the Band, which she has Judy, is it Shaken? Or am I, huh?
That's correct.
Yes.
Okay, great. And Judy, we've got you on the line. Hello.
Hi, Sandy. How are you?
Good, good. And Judy is an Emmy Award-winning director, and it's so exciting to have you here. Your show is previewing tomorrow night here in Las Vegas at the Insight Theater.
Yes.
And you've got some tickets, I understand, that you're also going to be giving away for our listeners here today. And
Yes.
We've got Johnny Stuart here in the showroom with us, and Elvis Jr., Elvis Aaron Jr.,
Presley Jr.
Presley Jr.
Call me whatever you want.
I'll get
Don't
it
call
in
me
there
late
somewhere.
for supper.
But also they're supporters of women in the arts too, because they, obviously Johnny has a lot of women in his shows, and he always gives them a special.
You scared me there for a minute. I've been married to the same lady since I was 19.
Well, and that's good.
Congratulations.
So Adriana and Judy, tell us a little bit about the girls in the band.
Herflix is bringing award-winning films from women filmmakers to the downtown and Las Vegas community. And we're very excited. This is our first presentation at the Inspire Theater, which is a new, beautiful theater at Fremont, Las Vegas Boulevard. And it's tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. And yes, we have tickets for your listeners. And it will be followed by a Q&A from Judy Chaikin. This is a film that New York Times said everything a worthwhile documentary should be, and then some. Engaging, informative, thorough, and brimming with delightful characters. And it is. I'll let Judy tell you about it.
Thanks for that nice lead-in, Adriana.
You're welcome.
Well, yes, that is what we're doing. I'm coming in from Los Angeles to Vegas, and we're going to be showing the film one time only, so I hope that all the listeners will come out to the one screening. The film has been playing all over the country, and we're heading toward a television and DVD release, but that won't happen until next year probably.
Okay.
But the film is about the unknown history of women in jazz and big bands.
Yeah, and I can relate to that because my dad's been in the jazz business for a long time, with big bands, and I grew up around that.
Oh, really?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, was your father a musician?
Yeah, he is still a musician. He plays saxophone, and he played with a lot of big bands. That's why we moved here in 1963 when he joined Harry James Band.
Oh, for gosh sake!
Yeah.
What is your father's name?
Dick Kastel.
Dick Kastel. Well,
Yeah.
that's really interesting because I too was married. I was married to a trumpet player who played in Vegas, and we lived in Vegas for a while. So.
Oh, good.
Yeah, that's exactly what.
So Judy, I understand that you've been working on this film for 9 years.
Yes.
So
yeah,
this is a big passion of yours.
Well, it's not just a passion. The difficulty with making documentaries is that there is no support for documentary filmmaking in this country. So every filmmaker has to go out and raise all the money themselves. And that's very hard. And, we came through some hard times in the past decade. So that's what took so long. It actually took 8 years to make the film, and then it's been in release for about a year. We've been playing film festivals and theaters throughout the country.
Well, congratulations.
Well, thank you. Yeah, the film's done very well. We've won 5 big awards at film festivals. And we played a lot of jazz festivals, too, and that's been really great.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah,
We just
and
had
it
the jazz
opened at
festival
Lincoln
here this
Center.
weekend.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
What did you say, Adriana? I'm sorry.
I said it opened at Lincoln Center in New York.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I will say that the film was helped by foundations from Herb Alpert and Hugh Hefner helped fund the movie. So it's really an amazing amount of movie clips and great music for anyone who's interested in the jazz.
history.
Well, you have some big names behind it too, so that's great.
Yeah.
Johnny, I'm curious. Have you run across this in any of this? Have you heard any of this about
I have
the
not
jazz?
seen this film, but I have heard about it.
But I mean about jazz singers and the female jazz singers. You
No,
know,
this is not about jazz. It's supposed to be about musicians.
musicians.
But they're the ones who never were unsung.
The female
Really.
musicians, right?
Yeah.
Right, these
Right.
are instrumentalists, women who play drums and trumpet and, saxophone, and that we never heard about and that are never written about in any kind of jazz history. And so when I started making the film, I didn't think there was going to be enough women to make a film about. And then all of a sudden I discovered there was not only these individual women, there were women big bands.
Oh, yeah.
In the 30s and 40s. And especially when the war came along and all the men went off, these women's big bands took over all the work that the men had. But as soon as the war was over, they were out again.
You know, I don't remember hearing about that either. You're right. So this will be a great film to see. Johnny,
I'm
you were gonna
excited
say
about
something?
going tomorrow. I'm going to for sure be there.
Yeah, we're going to be there.
Great.
I've
And-
hired a lot of female musicians in a lot of my orchestras and bands that I've had for my shows. Drummers, trumpet players, you name it. I've certainly hired a fair amount of female. Certainly most of them are males, it seems like, that show up for the auditions and they go around with the bands, but still, keyboard players, trumpet players, even sax players, and drummers. Lots of beautiful women
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah, it's amazing how many of them are out there and nobody really knows about them, and they really struggle hard to make careers. But those who are really talented and who are really born to do it, they just keep at it.
Right.
So they find ways to play.
Okay, so tell us again. It starts at 7 o'clock tomorrow night?
Yes, the doors open at 6:30. We'll have some interviews with a few celebrities from local celebrities.
You're going to have a red carpet, right?
We have a red carpet. Judy will do a Q&A after the film, and there will be a reception. So everyone will get to be able to talk with everyone else in the jazz community. And
Oh, great.
I think it will a really fun evening. And by the way, the El Cortez Hotel is sponsoring valet parking. So if you're coming downtown, you can park for free at the El Cortez Hotel, and the Inspire Theater is just around the corner.
Okay.
And they can, anyone who wants, we're giving away 4 tickets, so they can email you. I
Okay.
guess, Sandy,
Yeah, they can email me at sandy@sandykastel.com, or they can call in here at 731-1230. That's 731-1230. And we'll give them the free tickets for the show tomorrow night. And then, of course, I'll be there. Johnny will be there. Elvis, what are you doing?
I might be there. I haven't looked at my day planner yet, but I'd probably be there.
Well, we'd love for you to come too. I know Michael and I will be there, and we're bringing some friends too. So
Great.
I'm so excited about this, Judy and Adriana. And Adriana, thank you so much. I know that you do a lot to support the films, and this is great. You're going to be bringing a lot of different films here to Las Vegas. I'm excited about this, and anything I can do, to help, please let me know too.
I will.
Adriana,
Okay.
I don't know if the listeners know that the daughter of one of the women who stars in the film lives in Las Vegas.
Who's that?
The woman who is in the film is named Billy Rogers, and she's a trumpet player who was with the Woody Herman band, and her daughter, Dee Archer, lives in Vegas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
and
she's
she'll
got-
be there too
she'll be
tomorrow
coming to
evening.
the
And
screening,
Billy was the only woman in the band
Yeah,
at the time.
yeah, the only
So,
woman trumpet player.
it was a
That's right,
first,
we have to say that,
you know, for Woody Herman's group.
Yeah.
Dee is very excited. She's going to be there tomorrow as well.
Good. Well, we all look forward to seeing the show, and we'll be there tomorrow night at 6:30, so we can be there for the red carpet, of course, and we'll be there to support you at the Inspire Theater. I kept saying the Insight. It's Inspire Theater.
Inspire. Fremont and Las Vegas Boulevard.
Okay, and
Thank you, Sandy.
and valet parking at
El Cortez
El
Hotel.
Cortez Hotel. Okay, great. We'll see you tomorrow night, Tuesday
And
night.
Sandy, if I may just say in closing that if anybody wants to go to our website and find the film, It's www.thegirlsintheband.com.
Okay, great. That's
All right.
www.thegirlsintheband.com. Go there to learn more about this movie and about Judy Chaikin, and be sure to go out and see her tomorrow night so that you can, see the show, of course, see the movie, and then also get a chance to listen to her.
Thank you, Sandy.
Okay, thank you.
Guys. Hope to see you all
Thank you,
tomorrow.
Sandy.
Thank you. See you tomorrow night.
Good luck.
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Okay, if you're just tuning in now, this is Sandy Kastel and Friends, and this is our premiere week right now. We're just starting up again. We took a little hiatus for a few months, and I'm here with John Stuart in the studio, and he's the producer, creator, and founder of the Legends in Concert, and also is involved in a lot of other shows. And we're going to be talking with him a little bit more after our break. And Elvis Aaron Presley Jr., who is also going to be singing for us. Didn't you bring some tracks for us?
I brought some albums, some of my
Oh,
albums. They
good.
can play one of my albums.
Good, we're going to do that. And so just tell me a little bit, Elvis, before we go to our break. I know we've got another minute or so, right? So you've been singing. You actually started out, you were in the circus, you
Yes.
were adopted.
I was adopted
You
by
were
a beautiful
adopted?
family from the
Yes.
circus business.
And you had this
Yeah.
thing in your mind that you felt like, I wanted to find out who my parents are?
I was told when I was 21 years old that I
Uh-huh.
was adopted.
But when,
And that's where it
oh,
all started.
right.
When I was told, then I decided, well, what should I really do? Of course, I was all shook up when I found out.
All
And-
shook up? Oh, sorry.
I led a fairy tale life so far.
Uh-huh.
I've been performing over 3 decades of singing, and and before that it was all with the circus and wild animals and motion pictures and so forth. So,
And you have a wonderful website.
Thank
and
you.
it's Elvis.
Thank you.
It's Elvis Aaron Presley Jr.
yes,
.com. Yes.
Aaron with 2 A's, AARON.
Uh-oh, I missed that. Oh, there it is. Okay, so we're going to be right back after a message from our sponsors with John Stewart and Elvis Aaron Presley Jr.
The first 20 colors to Sandy Kastel and Friends at 731-1230. Receive 2 complimentary show tickets to either Marks of Art at Planet Hollywood, Vinnie Favorito at the Flamingo, or Frankie Marino at the Quad. Call now 731-1230. The first 20 callers win at 731-1230. Call now 731-1230. The first 20 callers win at 731-1230. She's been thrilling audiences all around the world. Now you're going to be thrilled at the latest album from singer-songwriter Sandy Kastel. Get your copy now of Indiana Rain.
Indiana rain coming down in the middle of the night. Indiana rain, won't you wash away her pain?
With hits like Nashville Tonight.
Gonna keep me from Nashville tonight. I can't wait to cross that Tennessee line.
And Don't Tell Me.
Tell me almost anything, but just don't tell me I can't. Don't tell me I can't. Don't tell me.
Indiana Rain, the latest from singer-songwriter Sandy Kastel. Available now at sandykastel.com.
Make a difference with WIMA, Women in Music and Arts. WIMA is a nonprofit organization dedicated to empowering artists of all ages through education and mentorship. And becoming a member is easy. Log on to WIMAinternational.com. That's WIMA, W-I-M-A, international.com. Or call 702-240-2930. 702-240-2930. The benefits of membership are many. There are empowering women workshops, monthly WIMA mixers at different locations, art shows, songwriter showcases, big band performances, poetry readings, and so much more. And membership starts at just $25. Log on now to WIMAinternational.com or call 702-240-2930. That's 702-240-2930. WIMA, Women in Music and Arts, Las Vegas's #1 women's organization for scholarships in the arts.
Are you lonesome tonight? Do you miss me tonight? Are you sorry we drifted apart. Does your memory stray to a bright summer day when I kiss you in cold sweet fall? Oh, the chairs in your parlor seem empty in bed. You gaze at your doorstep and picture me there. Is your heart filled with pain? Shall I come back again?
Hi, this is Sandy Kastel with Sandy Kastel and Friends, and that is Elvis Aaron Presley Jr. you're listening to. Oh my gosh, that sounds so beautiful.
Well, thank you.
Great voice.
Thank you.
So you discovered at 19 or 20?
At the age of 21.
21.
I discovered, and I had to decide which route I really wanted to take.
And how you wanted to pursue this.
Yeah, absolutely. And I, at the time, I was doing really well with the wild exotic cats that I was training. I had a show at Circus Casino. I was Tarzan doing stunts and having the only uncaged leopards and panthers on that stage. And
I saw you had them wrapped around your shoulders.
I had them wrapped around my shoulders. I did all
right.
that kind of crazy stuff that I wouldn't do today. But,
well, you were young and foolish then.
Well, I tell you, it was a great life doing that, and I got involved in commercials, TV commercials. I did the last commercial for Lincoln Mercury, the cougar on the sign. I did Cat People, the motion picture with Natasha Kinski with the Black Panther. I did Brooke Shields' Sahara movie with two of my cats in there and so forth. But my singing career started taking off. I started playing, first of all, I started playing off the Strip area. And I was discovered by a gentleman by the name of Monty Cole, who was actually Amelia Earhart's promoter.
But at that time, were you singing Elvis songs, or were you just
No,
singing
I was
variety?
singing. I was singing variety. I was
Okay.
singing some country, and every once in a while, when I did an Elvis song, oh, do more, do more, do more.
Of course.
Well, it was a natural thing to do.
Yeah.
I wasn't really, crazy about it. And so that my career started going. Monty Cole, who was the Amelia Earhart's promoter, discovered me, put me on the Strip. I opened up at Jack Schofield's Silver Saddle Casino, which all the casinos I played are gone. They were all in Plow.
I know. That's happened a lot here.
Then I was discovered by Bobby Morris. Bobby Morris was my father's musical conductor in 1969 to 1970 at the International Hotel.
Right. Bobby's been around for a long time.
He has, and great jazz band too, by the way. He's got, your dad probably knows him very well.
Oh, yeah.
And so Bobby had got me some major bookings here in Las Vegas and started putting me on the Strip. And then...
All right, so I've got three albums in front of me, and I know there's more, okay, because I went to your website, and you have a plethora of information on there. You also have sculptures. You're a sculptor.
I'm a sculptor.
And I saw that you stayed with the theme. You stayed with the Elvis theme.
Well, I
I
did that for that website.
For that website,
other
okay.
kind of sculptures.
And what do you? I want to ask you, as a sculptor myself, because I sculpt in water-based clay. I did my first pieces in water-based. Now and then I went to the oil-based clay. What are you using?
Resin.
Oh,
my sculptures are resin.
But what do you start with? You don't start with resin, do you?
Yes, I do. I start with resin.
And you carve into the resin?
I carve into the resin, and I have my own composition of resin too that I have to make to work with.
See, I just took a turn there. So you're very talented in more ways than one.
Well,
and,
thank you.
And,
I think it's just a gift.
Yeah, and so now what are you doing now, and where can we find out more about you and see you perform?
Well, I am, right now me and Johnny are currently working on bringing my show back to Las Vegas.
Okay.
I've been traveling all over the world doing shows all over the place in creation and so forth. Thanks to Seymour Heller, who was my father, who was Liberace's manager. Liberace's manager took over my career after Lee passed away. And so I was with him, and then, of course, then it proceeded to go on to bigger and bigger events and so forth with the museums and so forth.
Tell them about your museum a little bit.
Well, it started off with a donated guitar that was in a couple's house here in Las Vegas. And it was a guitar that belonged to Elvis way back. And all the stuff that he would have in the 50s and 60s, they would take it out and put it on the auction and just raise money for benefits and charities. And they bought this guitar, gave it to me. From there on, I ended up buying the Aloha belt that was tossed into the audience, and then the collection started to go. And I wanted to get closer to my father, you might say. But, you know, it just went overwhelming with the concerts and the cars and the cost. Then I decided to put a museum. I had a museum in Niagara Falls for 18 years, Niagara Falls, Canada.
And is that part of the collection that you're talking about that goes on tour? But
That is just a part of the collection.
Part of the collection.
It's a very small part of the collection. Yeah, we have a 53-foot semi-tractor trailer. It's a $500,000 just the trailer itself.
Oh my
with
gosh.
hydraulic expansions on each side, air conditioning, exit and entrance doors, and an office. And it's a mobile unit. It's the world's only mobile unit that has memorabilia from Elvis Sr.'s life and concerts.
Well, Elvis, we're going to have you back on the show, okay?
Sure,
because there's
sure.
so much to talk about. And Johnny, you've got so many shows that you're doing and working on and have worked on in the past. And I know we haven't even touched on those yet.
Let's
You've
touch
been
on
very
it.
gracious. And we're going to have Johnny back on the show. Maybe we'll get you guys back on Friday if you feel like it, or one another day this week.
Whatever's right with Johnny.
That's right. And then
he's
I want to remind everybody to go to your website.
My website, the ElvisAaronPresleyJr.com, then the private collection of the KingOnTour.com, and also my radio station, which is ElvisJrRadio.com.
Okay, great. Well, thank you so much, Johnny Stewart and Elvis Aaron Presley Jr., and we will be back tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. here on KLAV. This is Sandy Kastel and Friends. We'll see you then.
Breaking out there, they're all living the devil may care. I'm just the devil with